Okay, this one says, shade the Venn diagram for the set A intersect C complement union B. So first thing I'm going to do, anytime I shade a Venn diagram, is I label all the parts. And then our main operation right here is union. That means plus. So the easier side would be B, all the numbers that are in circle B. So all the numbers in circle B. That's going to include 2, 3, 5, 6. Oops. All right. That did not erase like I wanted it to. Okay, it's okay. And then on this side, we want A intersect C complement. So that means it's in circle A. So it's inside this circle right here. And it's not in C. So not 4, 5. So we're talking just 1, 2. 1 and 2 are in circle A, but they're not in circle B. And then the plus, the union is friendly. So that means we want to shade number 1 and number 2. Plus, we want to shade 2, which we already did, 3, 5, and 6. Okay. Says a survey was conducted of 100 college students as to which of the fast food places they liked. Use the results below to answer the questions. So it looks like we're talking about McDonald's and Sonic and Whataburger. So I'm going to make a 3-circle Venn diagram. And I'm going to have McDonald's and Sonic and Whataburger. Then I'm going to try to fill in what I can. I know this whole thing equals 100. 26 liked McDonald's. That's a whole circle. I can't do that yet. 12 liked only Sonic. I can do that one right there. 39 liked exactly one of these places. So that'd be 12 and that number. Can't do it. 56 did not like Whataburger. So that means cover up Whataburger. And the remaining ones would be adding up to that. Can't do it. 21 liked Sonic. Oh, that's what we can do. 21 liked Sonic, so they're in the Sonic circle here, but they did not like Whataburger, so they're not in those 2 spots. So they're just in these 2 spots. So we can do 21 minus 12 and get 9. Okay. 14 liked McDonald's and Sonic. So McDonald's and Sonic is going to be this little football shape here. And it says that there are 14. We already have 9 in there, so that leaves 5. 8 liked only McDonald's, so I can put that one in. Alright, so that's my first time through. I got 4 numbers going on. I'm going to go through for a second time here. It says 26 like McDonald's. I can do that one now because I have these numbers. So I can do 26 minus 8 plus 9 plus 5. And that's going to leave me with 4. 39 liked exactly one of these places. So they liked either 12, 8, or Whataburger only. And so I can do 39 minus 8 plus 12. And that leaves me with 19 right there. 56 did not like Whataburger. So take your thumb and cover up the Whataburger circle. And that's going to leave you with 8, 9, 12, and the outside number. So that all needs to add up to 56. So if we do 56 minus those numbers, 8 plus 9 plus 12, that leaves us with 27 outside here. All right, so second time through, I got all my bullets done, but I'm still missing people who liked Sonic and Whataburger, but not McDonald's. So I'm going to use my total of 100, and I'm going to do 100 minus all the numbers that are in there. And I'm going to get 26 for right there. Okay, so that's my Venn diagram. Now to answer the questions. It says, how many didn't like any of these places? So that would be the 27 on the outside. How many liked all three? That would be the 5 in the middle. And then how many liked Sonic and Whataburger? So that's all of Sonic plus all of Whataburger, but not McDonald's. So that's just going to be all three of these. Sonic and Whataburger, but not McDonald's. So if we add up 12, 26, and 19, we would get 57. Okay. This one says, a study was conducted in which a group of kids that are under 18 years old and adults, 18 and over, were let into a room where they had to select a piece of fruit from a bowl containing only bananas and apples. Some of each of the fruit was rotten. The data is found below. So we have people who chose fruit that was not rotten, bananas, apples. Okay, so they chose from a bowl that only had apples and bananas. So, okay. So we're going to have 3 circles going on here. Since they can only get apples or bananas, there's only 2 things, then we could label one of our circles bananas, or we could label it apples. And whatever's outside that circle would be the other thing. So I'm just going to label this bananas. So if it's a banana, it's in the circle. That means if it's an apple, it's not in the circle. And then the fruit was either rotten or it wasn't. So I'm going to just make this circle rotten. And so everything not in the circle is not rotten. And then we had adults or kids. So I'm just going to call these adults. So all the adults are in this circle. And that means the kids are going to be everyone not in the circle. Okay. So it says 59 people chose fruit. So people, we don't know if it's adults or kids, could be both, chose fruit, so apples or bananas, that was not rotten. So all we know is it's not in the rotten circle, but we don't know the other 4. So we're going to skip it. 41 people chose a banana, so the banana circle will add up to 41. Can't do it. 13 kids, so if they're kids, they're not in the adult circle. Okay, they're in these other 4 spots. And they chose a banana. So they're in these 2 spots. So we can't do that one yet either. 15 adults. So we know they're in the adult circle. Chose an apple. So in this adult circle, we know they chose an apple. So it's not those 2 spots. It's these 2. And it was not rotten. So it can't be in that one. So we have 15 right here. Okay. Draw my circles. 2 adults, so we know they're in the adult circle, chose a rotten. So out of the adult circle, rotten happens here and here. And then it says apple. So it was not a banana. So we have 2 going on right here. 3 kids. So we know they're not in the adult circle. So we're talking one of these 4 spots. Kids. Chose a rotten. So we know it's not these 2 spots because they're in the rotten circle and they're kids. Banana. So it's got to be this one right here. 3. 19 kids chose an apple. So that means they did not choose a banana. So if you completely cover up the banana circle, these other 4 numbers will add up to 19. But we only have 2 of them, so we'll wait. 8 adults, so they're in the adult circle, chose a rotten, so not only are they in the adult circle, but we've narrowed it down to these 2 spots, chose a rotten banana, so they're right here. Okay, so that was my first time through. Going through my second time. 59 people, so adults or kids, chose fruit, so bananas or apples, that was not rotten. So you take your thumb and you cover up the rotten circle, and it's these other numbers. Can't do that yet. 41 people chose a banana, so the banana circle will add to 41. Can't do that yet. 13 kids, so we know they're not adults, they're kids, so they're out here. Chose a banana, so they're not in those spots, so they're right here. 13 kids chose a banana. We already have 3 in there, so that's going to leave 10. Okay. Oh, and then we can go back up. 41 people chose a banana. So if we do 41 minus the numbers that are already in there, then we're going to get 20 right there. So then it says 19 kids, so they're not an adult, chose an apple. So that would be here and here. Can't do that yet. So back up at the top. 59 people chose fruit that was not rotten. So completely cover up the rotten circle with your thumb, and that leaves 10, 20, 15, and the outside number. And so we can do 59 minus 10 plus 20 plus 15, and that leaves us with 14. And then 19 kids, so they're not adults, they're kids, so they're these outside 4 numbers, chose an apple. So they did not choose a banana, and they're not adults. So completely cover up these 2 circles, and you're left with the outside number and over here. That needs to add up to 19, so that leaves us with 5. Okay, so then to answer the questions, we have how many kids, so they're not adults, so they're not in this circle, it means we're down to these other 4, chose a rotten, so we're down to the 3 and the 5, apple, so they didn't choose a banana, so it's just the 5. How many people, so their kids are adults, that didn't narrow it down, chose a good, so it's not rotten, so you can cross off the rotten circle, banana. So out of these 4 good ones, 10 and 20 are the only ones that are good bananas. So 10 plus 20 is 30. How many adults, so they're in this circle right here, chose rotten, so not only are they in the circle, but we've narrowed it down to the 8 and the 2. Fruit, and that didn't narrow it down any further. That could be apples or bananas. So we're going to just do 8 plus 2 and get 10. All right, shading a Venn diagram. I'm going to number my spots. And our main operation in this one is intersection. So I'm wanting to think ands, very strict. On the left side, I want all the numbers in B complement. That means every number that is not in B. So every number not in B, that's 1, 4, 7, 8. And on the right side, I want every number not in C plus every number that's in A. So that's kind of friendly. So everything not in C, so not in circle C, is 1, 2, 3, 8. Plus, I want to add all the numbers in A that I have not already counted. So I've already got 1, 2, I need 4, 5. All right, so then intersection is the really strict one. It has to be on the left side and the right side. So they both have a 4, and they both have a 1, and they both have an 8. So I'm going to shade 1, 4, and 8. Okay, it says use shading to show the following set on the Venn diagram. Okay, same thing. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our main operation is intersection, which means and, very strict. On the left side, it says A union B. So think of it as plus. We want all the numbers in A plus all the numbers in B without repeating. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the numbers in A plus B. On the right side, it says C. So the numbers in C are 4, 5, 6, 7. And then intersection is very strict. It has to be on both sides in order to count. So they both have a 4, they both have a 5, and they both have a 6. So I'm just going to be shading 4, 5, 6. All right. Since 110 people were asked what kind of Mexican food they like, the results were as follows. 7 like tacos, burritos, and enchiladas. So I can already see what our 3 circles are going to be. Drawing my 3 circles. One's going to be for tacos, and one's going to be for burritos, and one's going to be for enchiladas. And we can start with we know this whole thing equals 110, and we can start with the very first number. 7 liked all 3. Okay. 22 did not like any of these. All right. 66 did not like tacos. So if you cover up the taco circle with your thumb, that's going to be these other 4 numbers. Can't do that. 24 like tacos or burritos or both. So that's the taco plus burrito circle, but not enchiladas. So that's just these top 3 spots. Can't do that. This one we can do. 30 like burritos and enchiladas. So that's this football intersection here. We already have 7 there. So that leaves 23. 28 like burritos. So they're in the burrito circle here, but not tacos. So cover up the taco circle. So we're talking here and the 23. They like burritos, but not tacos. I already have 23 in there, so that's going to leave 5. 45 like burritos. Okay, I can do that one. So 45 minus the 3 numbers that are in there. 7 plus 23 plus 5. And that's going to leave me with 10. Okay, so our first time through the bullets, we got quite a few. Going back to the top. 66 did not like tacos. We can do that now. If you take your thumb and cover up the taco circle, you're left with 22, whatever goes here, 23, and 5. So we'll do 66 minus 22 plus 23 plus 5. And that gives us 16. 24 liked tacos or burritos or both, but not enchiladas. So that's the 5, the 10, and whatever goes here. Tacos or burritos, but not enchiladas. So we can do 24 minus 10 plus 5, and that gives us 9. And then our missing spot right there, people who like tacos and enchiladas, but not burritos. So we do 110 minus all the numbers in there. And that's going to give us 18. Then answering our questions. How many like enchiladas? So they're in this circle, but not tacos. So that's the 16 plus the 23. So 16 plus 23 gives us 39. How many like exactly 2 of these foods? Exactly 2 of these foods. So that would be 18 plus 23 plus 10. So that's 20, 30, 48, 49, 50, 51. And how many liked only tacos? So that's a 9 right there. Okay, this one says, when the members of a family discussed where their annual reunion should take place, they found out of all the family members, 7 would not go to the park, 5 would not go to a beach, 7 would not go to a cottage, 2 would go to neither a park nor a beach, blah, 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 beach, cottage. Okay, so we got 3 things here. We have a, let me draw first. All right, so we have a park, a beach, or a cottage. And it didn't tell us how many. It says 7 would not go to a park. So that means if you completely cover up park, the other 4 would add up to 7. Can't do that. 5 would not go to a beach. So if you completely cover up beach, the other 4 would add up to 5. So we're not getting anywhere. Let me jump to the end. 1 would go to all 3 places. Boom. That is a nice person. That is the people pleaser of the family. And then we're working our way back. 1 would not go to the park or beach or family cottage. That is the black sheep of the family. 4 would go to neither a park nor the cottage. So take your hand and cover up the entire park and the entire cottage circle. So completely cover up park and cottage because they're not going to either of those circles. So that leaves people who over here and people over here if we completely cover up the park and the cottage. It says 4. We already got 1, so that's going to leave 3. All right. Changing colors. 2 would go to neither a beach nor the cottage. So they're not going to go to the beach or the cottage. So completely cover up beach circle and cottage circle. And that leaves park and outside. And that's going to add up to 2. We already have 1 out here. So that leaves 1. 2 would go to neither the park nor the beach. So completely cover up the park circle and the beach circle. And that leaves 1 and whoever cottage only. And that's, going to add up to 2. So this is going to be 1. Okay. All right. 7 would not go to the cottage. So if we completely cover up the cottage circle, that leaves us with 1, 1, we don't know, and 3. Everyone not going to cottage. And it says 7. So I'm going to do 7 minus 1 plus 1 plus 3. So that's 7 minus 5 is 2. So this little spot right here is 2. 5 would not go to the beach. So take your thumb, completely cover up the beach circle, and that's going to leave the 1, this one, that one, and that one. So covering up the beach circle, that leaves these 4 spots right here. So I can do 5 minus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And I get 2 people right there. Okay. And then it says 7 would not go to the park. And so completely cover up the park circle with your thumb. And that means these other 4 numbers will add up to 7. But right now we have 1 plus 1 plus 3. So they only add up to 5. So that leaves 2 people right there. And then the question says, what is the total number of family members? So we want to add up all these numbers. So 3 plus 2 plus 2. So we get 13 of the most complicated family people ever. All right, this one says use the Venn diagram to determine the number of elements in the following set. All right, so each of these are showing the number of elements. So there's 5 elements in there, 9 elements in there, 8 elements in there. Okay, so intersection is and. That's very strict. A union B complement. That means I want to add up all the elements in A plus all the elements in B. So, oh no, A. Let's start with that, sorry. A union. So A, I want all the elements in A. 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8. Okay, that's my A. Plus, I also want to add everything not in B. And there's nothing, oh, there is that little 1 out there. So everything not in B is going to be the 1, 2, 6, and the 5. Okay. So that's from B complement. And then intersect and that with C. C is the numbers 6, 8, 4, and 2. All right. Intersection is very picky, so I think I'm repeating over here. 5, 9, 6, 8, 1, 2. I already counted the 6 and the 5. Okay. So intersection is very strict. It's only going to count the numbers that are on both sides. And so we're going to have 6, 8, and 2. So you have 6 plus 8 plus 2, which is 16. Okay, the Human Resources Director for a commercial real estate company received the following numbers of applications from people with the information given to the right. Use a Venn diagram to answer parts A through D. So we have 72 with sales experience, 39 with college degree, 30 with real estate license, and then, okay. So I'm going to make my 3-circle Venn diagram. And we have sales experience, college degree, and real estate license. All right. So starting to fill these in. I can't do any of these first ones. I'm going to jump to the bottom. So 24 with neither sales experience, college degree, nor real estate. All right. Got those. 12 with sales experience, a college degree, and real estate. All right. 16 with a college degree, so we narrowed it down to here, and real estate, so we narrowed it down to these 2. And I already have 12 in there, so that leaves 4. 17 with sales experience, so we narrowed it down to these 4, and real estate license, so we narrowed it down to these 2. 17, I already have 12 in there, so that leaves 5. 29 with sales experience and a college degree. So that's this little football right here. So 29 minus 12 is 17. This is going pretty fast. 30 with the real estate license. So the real estate circle should add up to 30. So you can do 30 minus the numbers that are already in there. And that gives us 9. 39 with a college degree, which we can also do. So 39 minus all the numbers that are in the college degree one. That leaves you with 6. And then 72 had sales experience. So 72 minus the numbers that are in there. And that leaves us with 38. Okay. How many applicants were there? So you want to add up all the numbers. So adding up all of our numbers, got 10, 20, 30. We get 115. How many applicants did not have sales experience? So they're not in this circle. So we're going to add 24 plus 9 plus 4 plus 6, which is 10 plus 33 is 43. Okay. How many had sales experience and a college degree? So sales experience and a college degree is this football, but not a real estate license. That's just the 17. And how many had only a real estate license? That would be 9. Okay, it says at a powwow, 83 families came to participate in the ceremonies. A coordinator of the powwow took a survey and found the results to the right. So we have families bought food, costumes, crafts, food, crafts, food. Okay. So we're going to draw a 3-circle Venn diagram. And we have food, costumes, crafts. All right. Says that 14 families brought food, costumes, and crafts. All right. 24 families brought food and crafts. Food and crafts. So we already have 14 in there. We need 24, so that's 10. So 24. 44 families brought food. So the food circle is going to add up to 44. Can't do that yet. 37 brought crafts. So the craft circle will add up to 37. Can't do that yet. 18 families bought crafts. So we're in the craft circle, but not costumes. So we're in the craft circle, but they did not bring costumes. So that's just these 10 and these people out here need to add up to 18. So 18 minus 10 leaves us with 8. 8 families brought none of these. All right. 26 families brought costumes. So we're in the costume circle, but not crafts. So we're just talking here and here. So we can't do that one yet. All right. That's our first time through. Going through again. 44 families brought food. Still can't do that one. 37 families brought crafts. We can do that one. So we're going to do 37 minus all the numbers that are already in the craft circle. And that will leave us with 5. 26 brought costumes, but not crafts. So that would be here and here. Can't do that yet. So going back through. 44 families brought food. Can't do that. And 26 brought costumes. Okay, so we're stuck. So when you get stuck, you think backwards. You think there are 83 families. And we know that 44 of those families brought food. So there's 83 total. 44 brought food. So if we subtract that, we're going to get that 39 families did not bring food. How does that help us? Cover up the food circle completely. And these numbers that are left should add up to 39. All of these people did not bring food. So right now, 8 plus 8 plus 5 adds up to 21. So if we subtract, we're going to get 18 people right here. And that will make 39 who did not bring food. Now we can answer this one. 26 families brought costumes, so they're in this circle, but not crafts. So we're talking just right here and here. needs to add up to 26. So 26 minus 18 is 8. Then we can go back to 44 families brought food. So we'll do 44 minus all the numbers in the food circle. And that's going to leave us with 12. It says how many families brought costumes and food? Costumes and food. So that's this football right here. So we're going to have 8 plus 14, which is 22. All right. It says how many families brought costumes? So you just want to add up the entire costume circle. So 8 plus 18 plus 14 plus 5. That gives us 45. How many families brought food? So they're in the food circle, but did not bring costumes. So we're just talking about the 12 and the 10 right here. Okay. How many families did not bring crafts? So if you completely cover up the craft circle, we're going to add up these other 4 numbers. So if we add up 8 plus 12 is 20, plus 8 is 28, plus 18, we're going to get 46. And then how many families brought food or costumes, which in math means or both. So they brought food or costumes or both. So we want to add all those up together. And we get 67.